ahead and give me cut number 8 because we need to do a little bit of breaking down the Bears.
They just got it away on 3rd and long. Watch out. Picked off. There's Wright down the sideline. Gets a block. And now a touchdown. The former Vikings. Pick 6.
All right. So that right there is the lone turnover on the early season for the Chicago Bears. We talked a lot yesterday about how much that defense had struggled. I didn't realize how jarring one of the statistics was until this morning. What do you think the Bears are giving up as a defense per play? Number of yards.
5.6.
7.1.
Jeez.
It probably will not.
That's good for us.
Yes, that's great for us because it will probably not surprise you to know, Corey, that that is the worst in the NFL. All right, to start. So perhaps that means that will lead people to go ahead and want to pick the over. I don't know if that will be the case, but perhaps that will be the play for you. Now, a couple of things about the Bears' trends these first 2 games. We talked about it yesterday. The Bears have scored a touchdown in their first possession in both games. The rest of those other 2 halves, they've scored a total of 10 points.
Oh, okay.
So if you can, I'm not even saying like if you can force a punt on the first possession, great. But if you can just keep them out of the end zone, that is a huge step in the right direction.
So what that tells you is their first 15 are pretty well done.
Yes, I would agree with that.
They and Broadus kind of mentioned that about the Cowboys too, is that after their first 15, it seems like they kind of got astray.
Yes.
And with the Bears here, that's that sound. So, okay. And Ben Johnson, whenever he knows what his script is, obviously that's going to be very strong for him. So, yeah, if you can, fight within that, then you have a better chance. I like it.
Now let's go back to their defense because this is an astonishing number as well. In the last 5 quarters, the Chicago Bears have given up 73 points. Because we talked about what
God.
Yeah, I know. We talked about what an ass kicking the Lions put on them.
Yes.
But think about this. In the quarter before that, Minnesota went off. They scored 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. So in the last 5 quarters, the Chicago Bears have given up 73 points. And so this is a scenario in which I'm not saying you can't win a 17-14 game, but I will be thoroughly disappointed if this Cowboys team, even if they win, walks out of this game scoring like 17 or 20 points because this is a Bears defense that have shown to be very susceptible, and Jalen Johnson is out with a groin injury. This is an opportunity to just really bury them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they have some good players on that defense. They have good players. There are a lot of Q's next to those players right now. As in questionable,
yes.
as you said, doubtful.
Yes.
With Jalen Johnson.
He's not going to play.
Yeah, exactly. They have some guys on that team that can play. They don't look like they can right now. And this Cowboys team offensively should be able to unload. They really should. Defensively, though, here's the thing, Kevin. You know what happened? You know how many minutes the first drive the Giants had was against the Cowboys? It was over 8 minutes.
Wow.
Over 8 minutes. And that's when I was like, I'm going to start tracking this because this feels long. And then I was like, I'm tracking this the rest of the game. They beat them in possession. And that first drive was the big factor there. If the Bears do that against the Cowboys and beat them in possession, they could end up being similar situation where your offense is having to catch up real quick instead of being out in front.
Now, I get a sense, Alec. I can just tell. You're like, that's great. There's a lot of information, a lot of football information. I need something a little bit more fun. Is that the vibe I'm getting from you?
Sure.
Okay,
Fun
good.
is great.
Thank you for that. All right. What color do you think the middle nail on the right hand of Caleb Williams will be for this game? And this game alone, any wagers that you have on this will not carry over into future games. This is for Sunday and Sunday alone. What color do you think the middle nail will be on Caleb Williams' right hand? Because, yes, I do have the betting odds for that.
For his NFL debut, he painted his nails orange and blue.
Which makes sense.
Because he's
on the Bears.
I think, let's see, what month is this? Okay, maybe. I'm going to go with blue, Cowboys blue.
Ooh, okay.
Because he really wants to play for the Cowboys.
All right. Now, Alec, there's an opportunity for you to steal. Blue is only 5-1. That's fourth on the list. You can tell that Cory, for month reasons, clearly chickened out and didn't say rainbow. That is 14-1.
I thought it was Suicide Prevention Month.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's not the other month.
Yeah. Sure.
All right. What color will that nail be?
It's tough. I kind of want to throw a curveball and say clear.
Ooh, I like it.
I'm going to go, you know what? I'm going to go basic. I'm going to say that it will be black.
That is the favorite. It goes black, purple, pink or red, and blue. I'm fascinated by that pink or red play because you get two different colors. All right, now, enough fun. Back to important football numbers.
Okay.
Something that I think the Cowboys could have a huge advantage in, and you could probably argue this in a lot of the games, is the special teams. Keep an eye out on this. Cairo Santos made one of two field goals and had a really important miss going back to that week 1 game against the Vikings. Because of that, the Bears added Jake Moody to their practice squad. There's been discussions already about making a change. Now, that doesn't mean that it's all going to fall apart, but you have a kicker that feels as automatic as there is in Brandon Aubrey. And meanwhile, it's only week 3, and there's already been discussions about that. Cory, I know you don't want to play for field goal after field goal.
No.
But just keep an eye out on that if you're looking for something that could tip the scales, because this is a point spread that is still very tight.
It is, yeah, and you're right. That is the margin, is him. He's the difference in margin for pretty much any game.
Right.
Because if it's so I don't like first, second, third quarter playing for field goal.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I love the idea that in the fourth quarter, if you just went down by 2 points, and all you have to do, the kickoff is set at the 35-yard line.
Yeah.
And all you have to do is get 15 yards.
Right.
And you can win the game. I love having that weapon. But I do prefer, let's go out there and have our offense be something amazing that is unstoppable.
Yeah, I would love that as well.
Not we're playing conservative and hoping that, for the best at 50 yards.
And the Cowboys are favored by 1.5, but I'm weary of that line because I thought going into the Giants game, even when the line jumped from 3.5 to kind of closer to 4.5 or 5, I still thought the Cowboys would cover that easy. Obviously, they did not. And so now the Bears, as a road underdog, could be a dangerous bet there as well.